Salut, Lynn Pelletier avec vous aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, on va faire une autre délicieuse recette avec des pommes de terre du Nouveau-Brunswick. Cette fois-ci, on va utiliser des pommes de terre russet. Et qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? On va faire quelque chose qui va définitivement devenir un favori avec vous et votre famille. On va faire une pizza végétarienne avec une croûte aux pommes de terre. Alors, pour cette recette ici, on a besoin des pommes de terre russet. On a besoin de l'ail, de l'huile d'olive, du bouillon de légumes, du chou-fleur légèrement bouilli, des petites tomates coupées en 4, du fécule de maïs, du fromage feta, du basilic frais et puis du arugula frais. Alors, vous allez voir, je vais vous montrer des petits trucs pour simplifier la recette. Okay, so for our potato crust today, for our pizza, we're going to use the potato itself. We're not going to make a dough or a crust. We're going to use the potato thinly sliced. So the way I like to slice them, I like using my mandolin, so that way I get them really, really thin. But if you don't, you can use a knife at home. Okay, so this is where the magic begins. What we're going to do is we're going to take our cornstarch, place it in a bowl, and we're going to take our salt and our pepper and mix it with the cornstarch. And the reason I'm using cornstarch right now is because we want our crust to be nice and crispy, just like a regular pie crust would be. So by using cornstarch, that will help with the process of making the potatoes crispier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the olive oil and the garlic together, and I am going to brush the parchment paper with the olive oil and garlic mixture. So now what you start doing is you start going in a circle and arranging your potato slices like this. Now make sure there's no little holes because it will fall apart. So now what I like to do is I put a piece of parchment paper on top, and I use another pizza pan to squish the potatoes together. Okay. So now we put this in the oven for between 20 and 30 minutes. We have to make sure that they're cooked. So we'll put that in the oven and we'll be right back. Okay, so we just took our pizza crust out of the oven. So it's perfect for right now. So we're going to start layering the flavors on. Okay, so we have some cheese here. Now we're going to put some of the tomatoes. And we're going to put some of the cauliflower, and I like to break it up in smaller pieces. We're going to use some fresh arugula. Okay, so now we're done with that. So this is going to go back in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Depends how well your oven cooks. But usually my guideline is when the feta cheese starts to become nice and brown, golden color, that's when I usually take it out. So now we're just going to finish it up. What I like to do is I like to take some fresh basil, which they often do in Italy for pizza. So then there's nothing that's a better pair than feta cheese and balsamic vinegar. So I like to sprinkle a bit of balsamic vinegar just to give it a little oomph